Good morning. Hey guys, it's Saturday. And here in Texas, the sun is coming out, but it was raining this morning. Oh, I love it when I wake up on a Saturday and it's raining and I'm all snuggled in. So I'm glad you're here, and happy birthday to Josh Adair. Hi, Pammy. How are you this morning? I'm so glad to see you. And Christine Power, very happy to see you. And really all of our friends, because these live story times are just to make sure while we're all snuggled in and staying safe in our homes, that we also get time to be together. So for any of my friends from around the world, maybe the Fetishfields in Luxembourg, you never know, or Tara in Germany, whoever's here this morning, thank you for being here. And as always, we have a great book to read. And I don't know if you've seen my friends that have joined us, and Elmo's looking kind of like a monster this morning, sort of. But all my friends that have joined us, and guys, my mom, Muzzy, owned these little creatures, had them in her house as a grown adult, as a grandmother. So they're joining us for the story. They're the stars of the show. And I don't know if you noticed that I have on my apron, because Cooking for Kids is tomorrow night. Guys, it's a party where we all get to come to, and it's especially great because we're going to help our friends, our chefs, help their servers by raising some money. And so tomorrow night, kids and adults get to come to the party. It's a live party on Kids Who Care Facebook, and we're also going to raise some money for kids who couldn't do all this artsy stuff without us. So it's going to be fun. It's free, no charge, so come. I got my cooking apron on. I'm getting ready. All right, today's book is one of my very, very favorites, and it's been on my shelf for quite a long time, and it's called Where the Wild Things Are. What I do love about it is that the drawings and the story are produced by the same artist, so Maurice Sendak, and he is actually quite famous for creating beautiful scenic designs as well. So, you know, once you draw pictures, all kinds of things can happen with your pictures. Okay, I don't know, this wild thing doesn't look very wild yet. Where the Wild Things Are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. I love the inside. Always, you know, when you just open the cover, it's one of my favorite things, is what did we put at the top for us to look at? Where the wild things are. Oh! Well, that's apparent. We've been introduced to the wild things. This one looks a bit more wild than these, I have to say. I don't know, maybe there's some wild things in your house, especially of recent. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. Oh, this is totally cool. Tents are the best. This looks a bit like a tent. Yeah, these are huge storybooks. And there's a friend already joining this little guy. Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind or another. La! Oh dear, look at this. Look at the art on the wall by Max. Oh my. I wonder what the dog's name is. He's terrified. Oh dear. That's a really good wolf costume. I especially love the tail. Do you like his sword or whatever that thing is? The fork. We have all kinds of art that ends up first on our fridge, and then it graduates to walls, even with frames. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." And he was sent to bed without eating anything. In his room, I think you can't be wild with the wrong people, right? Yeah, there he is. Door closed. Time out. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Oh. Ooh, I quite like his room when it's in a forest. Awesome. When you're sent to your room and the door is closed, things happen. The forest grew and grew. I don't know. Look closely. I don't know if you can see anything in the trees yet. Do you see anything in the forest? The cool thing about reading books over and over is, I mean, it can be years and I suddenly see something. So I'm looking closely to see if there's any feet hanging out of the trees, or why don't you look again? I don't know. The forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Oh. Full moon. Yeah, cool. You know, when I look at this, if my favorite sound designer had a moment with us, I could completely hear all kinds of sounds, don't you? That's what happens when you take pictures off the page and create sound and music and all kinds of things. But I do love the lighting design. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. Whoa. Ooh, cool. The water looks a little choppy. I don't know. I don't see a huge storm or anything, but the water's a bit choppy. Max is so happy. I love it. Huh. Wonder where he's sailing to. He went in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. This absolutely has a sound. Oh my gosh. Look at that first monster. I love him so much. I don't know. I think Sindac's monsters are as fun as they are scary. That's what I love about them. Oh, I think Max is a bit surprised. Yeah, it looks a bit surprised to me. Ooh, I quite love this monster. His hair especially. Oh dear. This monster's out there in the water swimming. The monster's not even on the island. Wonder what he was doing out there. He, she, maybe came up for some air and there's this thing in the water. And when he came up to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Ooh, that's stuff we could do together, all right? So when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. I don't know what everybody's thinking here. Look at Max. I don't think Max is scared. And these guys look as fun as they look scary. To me, at least. Yeah. I think they're pretty funny. See what happens. He's still in the boat. He hasn't gotten out of the boat. I'm not sure he's going to turn around or he's going to keep going. Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick. Oh. His magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. Ooh. It's really fun to look at every single one of them. This one's hair cracks me up. Oh, look at this one hiding back here. Oh dear. Probably is Max's eyeballs that are scaring them. Max is pretty brave. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Oh dear. Not only did they sit still as soon as he told them to, now he's become the king. Look at all of them. And nobody's scared. It looks a lot like there's a party that's about to begin. A rumpus. Oh. I quite like how he's found his throne. Max is in charge. Okay, really? There has to be music with this. There has to be sound that you can make with this, that they're partying. Ooh, looks like our cast parties, front porch, Kids Who Care. So those of you who may have been there, this looks a bit like that. Looking at the moon, dancing to the moon. Max might be singing an opera or Les Mis at the top of his lungs or Hamilton. I don't know what he's singing, but he's singing or making some sort of sound. That's what we do. It's a good party. Oh! Oh, I think now the night has turned into day. I believe they've been partying all night because now look, looks like daytime. And now they're hanging from the trees and climbing trees and playing outside. Whoa, cool. Everybody's hanging on. I'm trying to see if there's something I've never seen before because I have read this book a lot of times. Oh. So fun. So now the party turns into a daytime party and now they're playing and playing, climbing trees. Oh. A parade. Everybody needs a parade. And the king's in charge of the parade, yeah. And it kind of looks like they played all day and it might be night again. Although when you're in the middle of a dense forest, it can look like night. I've been to the middle of a dense forest and it looked just like night because the trees were so thick. So maybe this is the daytime when you're in a really deep forest. Oh, I think they like him a lot. I also like looking at their feet. This guy's the only one with toes like we know. Partying, making a parade, running around, climbing trees. Whew! Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely. Wanted to be somewhere where someone loved him best of all. I think I know where that is. He does look a bit lonely. Everybody's sleeping. Oh, look, he has a tent now. Then all around from far away and across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. This guy looks like he either is kind of half asleep, or you know when people walk in their sleep, their eyes are kind of open? He looks kind of like that. He smelled good things to eat, so he gave up being king where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "Nope." His no doesn't even look mad, does it? It's like, nope. I'm headed somewhere where I can smell good things to eat. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Oh, look. Is that their house? Oh. They thought they would just scare him and he'd have to stay. But they have told him they love him so. But, I don't know, something else is drawing him somewhere else. And Max sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. Oh, wow. That feeling when it's night and you're in a boat on the water, I don't know if you've had that feeling, but I have. It's just amazing. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Oh, goodness. This is the place where someone loves him best of all. And look what's on the table. I wonder what's in that bowl. Looks like this looks like either stacks of bread. Oh, no, that's a piece of cake. Oh, my heavens. Cake, and it looks like a glass maybe of milk, maybe. If it looks like it, it's a very full glass. Wonder what's in the bowl. What do you eat in a bowl that's your very, very favorite thing? I don't know. Cheerios in bed is pretty good. Maybe it's soup. I don't know. What do you think is in the bowl? It doesn't tell us. What I do love is there's a big, big piece of cake. Oh, that's good. Because the person who loves him most of all would know exactly what's going to taste good after being in your room by yourself with the door closed. How sweet. How sweet. Somebody loves him. And it was still hot. Oh, what is in the bowl? If it's still hot, unless his mom heated up Cheerios, it's probably not Cheerios, but something in that bowl is hot. Oh, that's so cool. And as always, when we read a book and we get to the end, it's always good to go see what's inside. It's the place where the wild things live, right? So cool. So guys, where the wild things are. Some of you may already own this because it's not just my favorite book. It is a favorite of lots and lots of people. And Dexter's telling me, the Capuas are with us. That's so cool. Hey, Rick, have a good breakfast. Hope you're having a great breakfast this morning. The sun came out. I don't know if you knew it was raining a little bit earlier. Where the wild things are. Brandy, hi. Hi and bye. We're going to go now, and what I want to remind you is, and also we're going to remind you, Kermie's going to remind you too. I'm going to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, while we're all at home, we're in a safe place. That's cool. And so just stay safe. That's cool, right? And getting to be in your house where it's nice and safe is good. So that's okay. And summer's going to come. But for the time being, I'm so excited to be here with you live at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. So tell your friends, maybe they want to join us. We can have like a friend party from our houses, right? And I also want to remind you that if you want to come back in the afternoons next week, we're going to do the relaxation. And I hope I see you at the party tomorrow night. Kids, adults, everybody. We'll be singing. We'll get to hear some great entertainment. We'll watch chefs cook, which is really fun. And it's free at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Cooking for kids is going to be a whole new thing, especially because our friends like John Bonnell, our lovely restaurateurs, we're going to raise money to help the people who may not be able to work right now. And also at the same time, raise some money for kids, which we also love to do at Kids Who Care. Okay, guys, hope you have a great day. I'll see you Monday at 10 or Sunday night at the party. Bye now.